Welcome back. With the invention of hybrid models and remote work taking over corporate America after the pandemic, office space availability is at a record high. In the Queen City, we've seen companies like WeWork leave the area. WCNC Charlotte's Colin Mayfield explains what commercial real estate brokers are seeing as companies look to pivot and transition into mixed-use spaces.
Well, Fred, office space availability isn't just empty offices. It includes leased office space where a company is trying to pivot and lease the space to someone else. Now, with the pandemic behind us, commercial real estate brokers are seeing a record amount of office space available, particularly tenants looking to sublease the space they're not using.
Subleasing has increased exponentially. So, when they leave those larger spaces, they're trying to sublease that out.
The era of remote work or a hybrid model is a new normal that's here to stay, says Sarah Cooley with eXp Commercial. She says because of this, owners and tenants are having to get creative.
We've seen some downsizing. They're kind of consolidating and going to newer, smaller, more innovative spaces. I think we've kind of seen some of that exodus from the taller towers uptown.
Over the last couple of months, businesses like WeWork and Centene Corp have made decisions to downsize in Charlotte office space. It's a sign of the times, Cooley tells me, as Charlotte's vacancy rate sits above 12%, which is just below the national average at 16%. And it's a trend that doesn't end in the Carolinas.
We've got an all-time high availability of office space, and we've got about 1 billion square feet of vacant office space in the country right now.
Richard Stockton, a real estate and hospitality executive, says the real question going forward for companies is figuring out what buildings or office space will be completely obsolete, or will they ultimately be able to be leased out?
The attendance rate is only about 50% of all office space in the country.
If space stays vacant long enough, Stockton says many businesses are looking to transition them into mixed-use development to lure employees back to work.
It just becomes a more vibrant place to work, right? You have residents, and around those residents, you have other amenities and services, restaurants, bars.
So, Fred, here in Charlotte, Sarah Cooley did tell me that the long-term outlook is positive, although there are still some hurdles that the industry will have to maneuver around.